Hi and welcome to this new video where I am going to be producing a black metal song using the same production techniques as Steve Albini. I've chosen Steve Albini because he is known for his raw productions using very roomy sounds, and as well, same as black metal, it's known for its raw, reverby, roomy sounds. So I'll be recording my song Buried, which won't be out, but it will be hopefully after this. And yeah, I am starting with bass for this song. This is a song on the bass, so it's the first instrument I'm going to be recording. On the bass I have an AKG D112 to capture the low end of the bass here. I've got MD421 to capture the high end of the bass, and then I'm going to blend these out, get the best sound possible. Steve Albini used these, they even used it on Nirvana and everything. We'd always liken to blend mics because you get different results rather than just having one solid mic. I've got the low cut on 421, so I get more of the high end and less of the low end. In my DAW, I'm going to blend them together. We'll hear how it sounds. I am using my Westfield bass. I don't know what make it is, I can't find it anywhere. I've got my Joyo double thruster overdrive pedal going into my Ampeg BA110. Here's the settings here. Don't know if they're relevant to anyone, but that's them there. I'll show off my pedal later and get recording bass. So, bass is done now. I'm moving on to rhythm guitar. And what I've got set up here is an SM58 pointing at the centre of the speaker, a couple inches away, well, more than a couple, but Steve Albinis never really put a close mic here on the grill for guitar. He thought it was just too much bass, and for guitar you don't really need that. I like to give it space to breathe, hence why it's this far. Sometimes I had it farther, but what I also sometimes used to do is have a room mic just on the floor. What I have is, won't be able to see it, but all the way over there I have my T-Bone 75 or whatever it's called on the floor pointing at the wall to get a room sound, which you'll hear when I go through all the tracks later on. Time to do some guitar now. So I have now done the guitars. I forgot to say, I was using my Jackson Kelly, going through my black rat distortion pedal as a boost, and I was going to the overdrive 1 channel on my Marshall MG15 effects. Yeah, and now I'm doing vocals. Got the 58 again, pop filter. I've also still got my room mic set up, so I'll be using that. We'll have a listen to it later. Time to do some vocals. I lay in my bed of death, 6 feet under. All is silent but the earth, encased in a wooden So I have now finished vocals, gotten guitars done, gotten bass done. I had some synths that were already on the demo, so I don't need to sort them. All I need to do is do drums this following week, which should be easy, I hope. But that's all for now. Yeah, see you later.
Hello, this is post-production. I've gotten everything recorded. I was quite short for time when it came to recording the drums, so I've just recorded some of the mics were. I was going to tell you what I used. On the kick out, if you look, it's the AKG D112 again. I really like how that sounds, especially inside that porthole. It just gets some really good attack and really good low end. In the snare, there's the AKG C1000. In hindsight, you'll probably hear in the next video that I had that mic too far from the snare drum, and I got quite a lot of cymbal bleed from the hi-hat. But I'll show you how I sort that as well. For the first tom, I use an AKG C451E. I'd never used it before, so I just want to give it a try. It's a condenser, so might as well. In the floor tom, I've got an AKG C4500B, which is much bigger than I expected. It's quite heavy, but the sound from it was quite good. Although, because it was so big, I kept almost hitting it when I was hitting the right cymbal. That was quite interesting, but I managed to get around that. For the overheads, I had them placed behind my shoulders to almost mimic how I would hear it if I was sitting on the drums, as I was, but just to capture how it would sound like from the drummer's perspective properly. For them, I used the AKG C3000Bs. They're really good sounding. I'm really happy with them. And my favourite part was the Bloomline pair of room mics I had just in front of the kit. It was the LC Electronics 4400A. They were both in figure 8. They were just great. The only thing is, I would have probably put them not as high next time, because I've got a lot of cymbals in there, but I've got a really great snare sound, and I didn't get much kick, which I would probably remove anyway, but it just sounded overall really good. I'm really happy with these results from everything. In the next video I do, I will show you how I mixed it all and everything.